In this video, I'm gonna talk about one of the biggest mistakes I made on my Airbnb journey. Actually getting started, I actually did this mistake right here that could make or break my business, or actually put me out of business, and I wouldn't be here in front of you guys today. I'm talking about this is actually a lot of new Airbnb hosts actually make this mistake, or individuals that's thinking about getting started in Airbnb actually make this number one mistake right here, which I'm gonna talk about here shortly in this video, all right? So the mistake that I made first getting started in Airbnb is that I actually got my unit under my personal name, right? And that was a big mistake. So you see here a lot of horror stories where people actually get kicked out. They got to pay a big bill because the leasing office found out they was doing Airbnb at an apartment complex without the permission and also putting it under their personal name. And typically they got the lease will be terminated and they got to pay the duration amount for the lease or pay a penalty, right? So when I first got started, I didn't really know the right way to actually get started, right? And I actually got an Airbnb under my personal name, and it's something that you should not do. But the thing was, I actually was able to get the assistant manager permission to actually do Airbnb. They said, you actually do Airbnb, but we're not taking any more corporate leases. You can actually put this under your personal name. And in fact, this leasing office actually gave me 3 units. They actually gave me 3 Airbnb, actually gave me 3 apartments to actually do Airbnb in, but I actually got this under my personal name. What happened was when they changed managers, the new manager, guess what, wasn't having it. So they found out I was actually doing Airbnb under my personal name. They made it a big deal, made it a big issue. They didn't want to renew my lease. And then one of the units I actually had to let go because of that. So this is something that I don't want new Airbnb hosts actually to make. They actually get it under your business name, all right? And then also get a short-term rental addendum, which states that you actually have permission to actually do short-term rental and actually are able to do Airbnb and list on third-party websites when it comes to your unit. Even when it's with a private landlord for a house, get the short-term rental addendum and actually have it under your business name as well too. Not just to have it on your business name, but also to protect yourself as well, because if it's under your personal name, you're liable personally when it comes to that lease, all right? So I'm gonna be talking a lot about just doing things the right way in this video as well too, okay? So make sure you guys like and subscribe to this YouTube channel to get a lot of updates about how to get started in Airbnb and also how to get access to funding and how to get your credit in position to be able to start any business that you wanna do and how to fund your dream as well, all right? So I ended up not able to renew my lease. And I just had to leave the apartment complex once my lease ended. All right. So what is the right way to actually do Airbnb? The right way to actually do it is getting under your business name and finding an apartment complex that actually allow you to do Airbnb and finding private landlords. I'm going to break down in this video in 3 steps on how to find your first Airbnb. All right. So number 1, you want to make sure you have your LLC, your corporation, your business set up. You go to your Secretary of State website, get your LLC, and then get your EIN number, which you go to irs.gov to apply for your employer identification number, your tax ID, and then you want to begin to start the search of your Airbnb unit, okay? Now, I'm going to go over 3 ways that you can find it. The number 1 way is actually going to Zillow.com and reaching out to private landlords that have rental properties for rent. And right now is actually the best time to actually get started in Airbnb because the market's in our favor, because there's not a lot of people actually renting, right? So there's a lot of lease specials that's going on. You're gonna find some apartment complexes that's giving a lot of great crazy lease specials where they give 1 month free, 3 months free when it comes for rent, because they're trying to get people to rent their units, and they're gonna be more inclined to actually allow you to do short-term rental and actually do corporate leasing, okay? So you wanna look on Zillow, you'll do a rental search in your area and look for private landlords, and you're gonna reach out to them, see if they allow short-term rental and corporate leasing. And then the second way that you can actually find your first Airbnb, actually an apartment, is Airbnb partnering with some apartment complex. You go to airbnb.com/friendly. You'll find friendly apartments and communities that actually allow Airbnb, whether it's in your city or a different city. They'll give you a list of locations that actually allow it, but they do take a percentage. Okay, depending on the numbers, it does make sense. If the number is not profitable, then it doesn't make sense to actually do Airbnb in an apartment complex if you can't really make that much profit, because some apartment complexes take anywhere between 20 to 25% of the revenue that you're bringing in that particular Airbnb unit. Okay. And then some apartment complexes only allow you to do 180 days, 200 days. So it got to make sense. to actually, select the unit. The numbers got to make sense to actually do it as well, but you want to do your due diligence. One site I'm going to give you guys to actually use to be able to run the numbers, to see the comparables and the comps, to see if the unit's going to be profitable based on the address, is actually going to be bnbcalc.com. Okay. You'll plug the address and they'll give you a free trial for 7 days, I believe. And, then you'll be able to run a number, see if it's profitable, all right? Because your goal is to make money, not just to run a nonprofit organization. So you want to make sure you can make money actually doing Airbnb in that unit, okay? So go to airbnb.com/friendly. They'll give you a whole bunch of apartments that actually allow Airbnb. We have permission to actually do it, and then you'll be able to see which one's the best fit for you and go ahead and secure that unit. The third way, and to me is one of my favorite ways to actually to do it, where you don't have to do a lot of the work, because the name of the game is to work smarter and not harder. So the third way is actually partner with a real estate agent, all right, that's going to allow you to actually do short-term rental in Airbnb. So you could go to realtor.com and look for a real estate agent, okay? So they have access to a system called the MLS where they could run a rental search and find landlords, and they will go ahead and speak on your behalf and say, hey, look, I got a client that's looking to do short-term rental. Do you allow it? We actually did this for actually one of our mentees where we was able to work with a real estate agent. They had a listing where the owner allowed Airbnb, it was a condo, and was able to secure that unit to actually run Airbnb and do Airbnb with, right? So working with real estate agents, it could be a win-win situation because you don't have to pay the real estate agent to actually go to find your unit. They'll get paid from the landlord or the owner to actually get the lease done. All right. And then they have access to a list of rentals all over. So it's really, really great to work with a real estate agent, and they can actually speak on your behalf. And it's more professional. The owner may be more inclined to allow you to do short-term rental because it's coming from a real estate agent. And it seems like, okay, this person's professional and things like that. And most likely you'll get a yes. All right. So those three ways right there. Number one, Zillow.com. Number two, Airbnb.com/friendly. Number three, working with a real estate agent. This is going to be able to allow you to do Airbnb the right way, not make my mistake, right? Luckily, I was able to walk away without paying a big fine to actually do it. So you want to make sure that you guys are doing it the right way. All right. So if you guys want more tips and strategies on how to get started in Airbnb with little to no money at your pocket and how to get access up to 100K in funding, you can go ahead and click the link below in the description where I'm going to give you guys a free training on how to get started in Airbnb. And also I'm going to have a 5-day live mentorship where I'm going to teach you step by step on how to get started in Airbnb, what right markets to go to, how to get funding so you're not using money out your pocket to actually secure your first unit, and then actually how to find your first unit. So we're going to talk about how to find, fund, and also scale your Airbnb. All right. So I'm going to see you in the next video. If you guys got value, make sure you guys like and subscribe and share this video with a friend or family that's looking to get started in business. I'm going to see you in the next video. Let's go.